Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Love Talks. My name is Chantal, and this channel is all about seeking truth, love, and light through the power of love. Alright, so welcome to today's video. So today's video, I will be talking about a message that I received from Archangel Uriel. This is the first time I've connected with this archangel. The archangels I normally connect with are usually Ariel, Metatron, Michael, and Raphael. So this was the first time that Uriel has stepped forward to me, and this was in meditation. And I don't like to use certain words like channeling and stuff, so I just want to say this was a conversation in meditation that I had with Archangel Uriel, and it was a very powerful message that I just wanted to share with everyone because it's really helped me to kind of change my perspective of things and to kind of let go of a lot of things I've been waiting around for, and I need to just stop waiting around for, and I think we all need to stop this. So this happened within a course of 2 days. So the first bit of information that came to me yesterday, which was Sunday, and I was intending on doing a video that morning on the message, but the way my day worked out, and I believe that this wasn't a coincidence, I believe this was meant to be because I obviously did not receive the full picture or message. Just the way my day played out was a lot of sitting around and waiting for nothing kind of day, and so I ended up not making the video because then I ran out of time. So then this morning in meditation, I had more information come through to me, so it all worked out. So sorry, I took a lot of, as you can see, like this is pages of information. So usually after meditation, when I receive these downloads or messages, I either have to make a quick video or write it down, because as quick as the information comes in, it moves out. Like that's how quick it is. So if I do not record it right away, it literally transpires through me. So if I look down, that's because I'm looking at all my notes, because a lot of information came through, okay? So again, this was my first time connecting with Archangel Uriel, and it was interesting because I actually don't have a lot of background information on Uriel. So just to give you the energy that I received was, I shouldn't say it didn't feel masculine or feminine. It felt both masculine and feminine, okay? So I did not pick up on a gender the first day with this archangel, because literally it felt so perfectly balanced of the masculine and the feminine energy that I actually could not pick up on a gender. I kept getting like female and male energy. So if throughout this video I call Uriel he or she, that's just literally because the energy I got was just so perfectly balanced that I cannot even associate really a gender, because this angel was just so pure. It was so beautiful. So the first day I actually just saw light when Uriel came to me, and it was beautiful. It was a color that I'm going to try and describe, but it's not a color that I can say I can just point out or say a color name, for example. So it was a very silver meets white light meets like a blue metallic. It's very hard to describe the color I saw, but it was a very beautiful, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very, I don't know why I'm just drawing a blank at this. Anyways, I can't even describe the color. That's how unique. It was a very unique color that I'm having a hard time explaining right now, okay? So, and then the second day, so this morning, I was able to see more, because this meditation, I actually went in with the intention to communicate with Uriel, because I wanted to see if maybe there was more pieces missing, because it was just ironic to me that even though I had full intentions to make a video about this yesterday, it did not transpire. So I put the intention out. And then so I was able to see more of a form today, and it looked, again, it could be perceived as masculine or feminine energy, and Uriel had beautiful long silver, white, golden hair. Again, just hard to describe the colors I'm seeing. And again, beautiful aura of like this silver metallic and blue. When I say blue, I'm not even talking about like a blue like this, like, oh, I can't even describe it. It's the closest thing I can say to blue, but almost like lightning bolt energy. Like, anyway, so that was kind of the more of the visual I received today, which so I did end up looking up a little bit about Archangel Uriel after, because I'm not very connected. So I was just kind of like curious, and I was able to find something close online. So there's lots of different depictions of Archangel Uriel, and I don't think any of them are wrong. I think they come in the form that your energy, your higher self wants it to be presented as. So I think there's no right or wrong in this situation of what you see as Archangel Uriel, because I'm going to show you two kind of depictions to just give you an idea of like what I mean. There's very different depictions of this archangel. So this is close. I don't know if this is going to work. It's off my iPad, but let's give this a go. I don't know if you can see. This is kind of close to what I saw. Again, not entirely, but this is the closest image I was able to find online. I did not get the armor or any of that, but it was more just energy of light I saw. So there's that one. And then in my beautiful oracle card deck, there is a Archangel Uriel card, and this is how, sorry, my ring light's so bright. This is how he is depicted in this. So again, lots of people see the gold and the red with this archangel. And again, I don't think there is a right or a wrong. And so it's kind of funny because I got this perfect balance energy from this archangel, like perfect harmony, perfect balance. So balanced, I could not depict a masculine or feminine energy. And literally on this card, it says, come into harmony and balance. Use your power for peace. So this archangel, as when I looked it up more, was all about perfect balance, essentially. And Uriel is translated as God is light and light of God. And this archangel reflects the light of God, and it is the angel of wisdom and illumination. So this is all stuff I kind of looked up after, because I just wanted a little bit of like, okay, what do I need to know? So provides us with direct link to the realm of spirit, connect with Uriel to help raise your personal vibration, associated with power, lightning, thunder, fire, and electricity, which I thought was interesting because that's the closest image I got, is like lightning is the color that I kind of saw. In the Bible, Uriel is believed to be the angel that warned Noah about the flood, and this archangel can transform lower energies into higher frequencies. So that's just kind of a little background on this archangel. Okay, so now let's go to the message that I received. So the message that came through to me yesterday, and again, this wasn't my intention to go in. I was just in a deep meditation, and I was connecting with my higher self, and then that's when Uriel stepped in. And so the energy, so I was kind of asking about, I'm not going to be descriptive with what I'm talking about. I think you can catch on to what I'm saying, because I really don't want controversy or any division on this channel. This is all about truth, light, and love. So I'm going to be I was asking about current events in the world, and I was kind of asking about like when's the truth going to come out? When are people going to see the truth? Like almost like I'm very impatient, right? I just want everyone to just now move forward, and I'm personally getting I'm getting impatient on everything that's transpiring right now. It can be a little frustrating, depending on what, I think it's frustrating for everyone, no matter what side of the fence you're on. But I'm just ready for just the truth to be shown. So I was just asking about that. And so I was shown someone in a coma, and they're just first waking up from this coma. And if we think about it, when someone first wakes up out of a coma, especially a coma that they've been in for, let's just say 5 years, like a long time, which I think is pretty much saying like the collective conscious, a lot of people have been asleep their whole life, and they're just kind of waking up to everything. The first thing, when someone wakes up from a coma, you're not going to be like, oh my God, this is everything you missed. You've been asleep for 5 years and this is happening and this is happening and this person died and this happened. And like, you would never bombard them, because anyone who's coming out of coma, like, they're very fragile. Like, they could instantly go into shock that could literally put them back into a coma, right? So you're very gentle with someone that comes out of a coma. You're very patient with someone who's coming out of coma. They have to, a lot of the times, learn to speak again, learn to walk again, learn to eat again, learn who they are. So this was shown to me because it's like, we need to have patience, understanding, and love for everyone right now, because they are just, they're, oh, and I did ask, are we at this stage right now? And Uriel said yes. So everyone is literally awake from their coma, even if it doesn't seem like it. Everyone's awake right now. We are transcending into 4D right now, and everyone's awake, but they're not aware that they're awake. So they have to learn everything again, and they're still not going to see everything right out of the gate, right? So it's like that patience of just slowly bringing it all together for them, being very calm energy. The energy I felt around it with this coma patient they showed me, it was a very calming, serene, like walking through the new veil, walking through a whole new world. And we're just slowly need to just help them relearn everything. Okay. So that was kind of yesterday's message. And then today, like I said, I went in with the intention to ask Archangel Uriel, and I went in with that intention to see if there is maybe anything more I was missing. So that's kind of what I asked. And then so Uriel had said to me, this was a very positive message. So I hope this resonates with everyone, because this made me really happy. We are all liberated and free right now. Right now on spirit side, they are all celebrating. They're all full of joy, happiness, love, like that. I just got such an overwhelming feeling of liberation. We're all free right now. Okay. They're celebrating right now, and they're full of love and joy. And so because we are free, essentially. Okay, our cage door has come open, and that's what I was shown next, was that we were all in these cages, which again kind of depicts the coma thing in a weird way. But the cage is just, we were enslaved in a way. Our consciousness was suppressed and put into a box, and that's what the cage is kind of representing, I believe. So the cage doors have all been opened, right? We're all awake. We're all waking up out of this coma. The cage doors are open. But what's happening is that people have become so conditioned, and so their cage became their protection. The cage became their identity. The cage became their whole life, their safety, everything. It's all they've known. So even though some people have been awake and knew they were in a cage their whole life, and they're out that cage door and they're like, I'm ready to go. And they're yelling at all the people who are still cowered in their cage. This is literally what I was shown. Some people are out of the cage, like joyful, like, come on, let's go. And then there's some people that are just like timid and like, no, I want to stay in my cage. And it's just like, we have to be okay with that. their timeline, and that's what they need to experience, and that's part of some people's journeys. We're all on different journeys. So no matter what side of the fence you're on with current world situations, which is another channeled message. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So much came through. Okay, so we're saying come out of this cage, and they're all timid in their cage, but we're all, no matter what side, sorry, I lost my train of thought, now I remember it. So no matter which side of the fence you're on, it's all wrong at the end of the day. It's no one's right, no one's wrong. It's literally all an illusion. Okay, so that's, which again, this goes back to the information I looked up about Archangel Uriel, angel of wisdom and illumination. Okay, so shining a light and saying, no matter what side of the fence people are on right now about world events, it's all an illusion. It's all meant to keep people in fear mode, in their cage, and it's all meant to be a huge distraction, and it's all working against every single one of us. Okay, so even myself. Okay, so essentially I got the message, we are liberated, but now the rest is up to us. So we're liberated, but now the rest is up to us, essentially. So, sorry, I'm just gonna look at my notes. So everything is a facade, an illusion, no matter what side of the fence you're on. So what I mean by now the rest is up to us is we have to let go of these illusions, let go of these limitations. I don't care what's being said on the news. I don't care what's said on back channels. I don't care what anyone's saying. We all need to drop all that focus, and we all need to start focusing now on what we love, what our passions are, what we love to create, and just move forward with that, and don't let any limitation of what's happening on the outside world stop us from living our best life and living a life of joy, love, and happiness. So what I mean by that is, let's say you really want to start a business right now, but because of all the restrictions in the world right now, and all the crazy and chaos in the world, you might feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to start that business right now, like, because you're letting the outside hold you back. So what I'm saying is, start that business plan. To start a new business is a whole step process anyway, so just start it. And I'm promising you, so what Uriel is telling me is that as long as anything you want to go forward with is good for your higher consciousness and is good for the collective, is going to work out and is going to happen for you, no matter what the outside world is doing. If that is your focus and that is your desire, and it is of truth, love, and light, you're going to get it. It's going to come to you. If you start putting the work in for that, it's going to happen. So don't let what's happening around you limit yourself, okay? Another good example is if you want to start a family, but you're like, I don't want to have kids in this chaotic world. Again, if it's for your highest good and it's for the highest good of collective, just go for it. Just know that everything's going to be okay, that you are protected, we are liberated, we are free, and that's how we're going to see the changes that we want. Everyone is sitting around waiting. We're just waiting. And I know I've been sitting around last year waiting. I've been waiting for this. Again, I'm going to be very selective with my words. I've been waiting for certain truths to come out or certain announcements to happen. And I was essentially told by Uriel, like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's not how this process is going to work. Because again, we need to go back to that coma patient. And if we shock people, if we disrupt someone who's very delicate, who's just come out of that coma, that might put them back into that coma state. That might do more harm to that person than any good. So I know we all just want to shake people and be like, wake up, but that's not the answer, and that's not how it's going to happen. So essentially what I was told is we all need to move forward, realize everything around us, no matter what side of the fence you are during these worldly times, no matter what side of the fence you stay on, I'm telling you, lose that focus and start focusing on your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, what brings you joy, what brings you life, what brings you love, what brings you happiness, and continue to raise your vibration. And it's weird because I've been getting this for a while now, but it's never really set in with me, but now it's setting in with me, because essentially what's going to happen is Sorry, I wrote it down because there's so much. Essentially, what's going to happen is we're going to be on this timeline, and the more we live our best life and raise our vibrations, so essentially what's going to happen, what I was shown, is how everything's going to slowly start to fade away. Everything's going to fall apart around us. Everything's going to fade away, so that the only thing that's left is truth, light, and love. Okay, so that's how it's going to roll out. We're not going to get some broadcast announcement going like, this is the truth and blah blah blah. That's not what I was shown. So what's going to happen is, the more we put this all to the side and stop focusing on it, because again, I don't care what side of the fence you're on, if you're focusing your energy into this, good or bad, it's still putting energy into this. Okay, so we need to be focusing our energy on living our best life, essentially, because as we do that, everything's going to fade away around us. It's all going to disappear slowly until nothing but the truth is left. That's how this is going to roll out, was what I was told. So if you're waiting to be vindicated in any way or to be told you're right in any way, that's not going to happen, because essentially what I was told is that going in we're transitioning into 4D right now, and then to transition to 5D, that's not the energy or frequency that we will be resonating in. There will be no segregation. There will be no separation. There will be no right or wrong. There will be no like, I told you so. That won't be the energy that we're going into. So of course, so why would it unfold that way if that's not the energy we're moving towards, right? As a higher frequency. So none of that's going to happen. The ego will slowly be shedded. And we all need to do our shadow work right now. And a lot of healing must be done right now. Again, with the November Scorpio energy, that's a great time to shed and release. I did a really great meditation where I actually envisioned a cloak of my past and all my memories. It was like this magical cloak, and I literally took it off, and my angels put a new cloak on me, and it was a beautiful white, fresh, golden cloak. And it's a new start, a new beginning, and it felt really powerful to me to do that meditation. So maybe go ahead and do something of it. Do something like that in your next meditation, because it was very helpful for me. Okay, so hold on. So do not allow the outside world to limit you or stop you. Once you take this road, everything will fall into place for you as long as it matches the frequency of love. Okay, so that goes back to what I'm saying. Just go towards your hopes and dreams, because as long as it matches the frequency of love, you're going to get it. It's going to be made possible. Even if it's hard and challenging to get there, that's part of your learning, and that's part of your growth, and that's just going to be part of it. So as long as it's the frequency of love, you're going to get there. Okay. Okay. So, this is so controversial, but this is what I got. There is still AI energy. When I say AI energy, it is artificial intelligence, but it's nothing like from the science movies or sci-fi movies. I'm going to try and explain it really quick, because I don't even fully interpret it. This was the message that was given to me. But from my understanding, the AI energy, it is a lower vibrational frequency and energy that was essentially, that's what kept us in our cages and in the coma state, essentially. So that energy is still here. That's why people need to do the shadow work and let go, because that energy is still attached to a lot of the collective consciousness. So that frequency and vibration is still here, and that frequency and vibration can also go into 4D. It cannot go into 5D. Okay, so we're in the next few years, we're going to see a lot of transformations in people, because we're going to be shedding that ego. We're going to be shedding that AI energy. It's artificial intelligence because it's artificially created. It's not a human form. It's not a spirit. It's not from God. It is not from the creator, however you want to present the creator. It is a false frequency energy, okay? And the more you look into energy, it's mind-blowing. It's literally mind-blowing, and I'll have to do a whole different video, but that's just a little summary background, okay? So as we raise our vibrations and frequencies, we purge that energy that is attached to so many humans still. We must show them the way. Okay, so this was the next part. So those who are outside of the cage, those who can see the spiritual warfare we're in, we must show them the way. We must be the example. And by being the example, I mean is living that life of joy and happiness outside of your cage and knowing you're liberated and free, because we are now. We completely are. Everything going forward is up to us. So if we choose to continue to live a liberated, free life, that's going to be the way for the whole collective, essentially. So they're going to see that, and that's going to be like, oh, what's happening outside my cage? Oh, look at all these people living a life of joy and happiness. I want to try that. That's what's going to happen. So we need to be that example. We need to let go of that ego feeling of like, I'm right, you're wrong, because at the end of the day, no one is right or wrong. Okay. We are all each on our own journey. This is so important to know. We are all each on our own journey, and there is no right or wrong way for that individual soul's journey. Okay. So you really need to let that go. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. Focus on what we love and work on creation energy every day. Okay. That's the most important energy. I'm going to do a separate video because I was given a whole separate download on creation energy and sexuality that I'm going to do a whole another video on shortly in the future, because that was a lot of amazing information I received as well. But work on creation energy every day. Do not allow what's going on the outside to limit you. So start living a liberated life, and that's what you're going to start attracting. And the more you realize you're liberated and free, the more you're going to feel it. You're going to live it. You're going to experience it. And I know it's really hard to change that mentality right now with all the chaos that's going on in the world and all the restrictions and everything we're told we are and are not allowed to do. We really have to let that go, because we are all free souls from the Creator. Okay, so we are all born free. Okay, so we really need to realize that. We need to take back that power, because that is our personal power, and we need to take that back. Okay, so we are free, we are liberated. Just know that and just start living that. Okay, and it's something I'm even gonna have to work on. So don't think that I'm just like, oh, I'm living this life too. This is all information that's new to me that I just received as well. Okay, so enjoy life, be happy, find joy in everything, laugh everything off. Just, okay, so we have, sorry, my scratch writing is, okay, so essentially what I'm saying is, what I wrote down is enjoy life, be happy, find joy in everything, laugh it off. We have won, we are free, we are liberated. It's so funny because when I get these messages, like I wrote one as O-N-E, not W-O-N. So I was really confused by that. I was like, okay. So we have won and we are liberated. Now we just have to live it, believe it. Okay. So just know it, live it, believe it, think it. Let's start changing our tune in our minds. Okay. Which I know is really hard to do. Okay. So like I said, all that is left is this lower vibrational frequency and energy, which as a collective, we can break free from and raise our consciousness above it. Okay, so all that's really left of this bad energy that was controlling this planet. Again, I'm going to be very selective with my words. You can do research on this yourself. We are in a spiritual warfare, if you did not know this. So you can do your own research on that, because that's what's going to empower you. Okay. And whatever resonates with you too. That's why I'm not going to go into all that. Okay, so we can break free from it all, because all that is left is the frequency and energy that they put over this planet, and we are going to be able to break free from that. Okay, so we are in change now, so it is up to us to break free of the old mindset and move forward, and get rid of all those limiting beliefs. So just start doing and watch the changes we want happen. Okay, that's the last little bit of information that came through. So I just want to, so I didn't actually pull this card, but I kind of want to give the guidance. So I'm just going to quickly read this. Archangel Uriel is an angel of peace, radiating a deep gold that holds wisdom. He also works on the ruby ray, which enables people to hold power with wisdom and communicate it to others. He's in charge of the development of the solar plexus chakra, a huge psychic center that was once programmed to keep people safe by watching out for danger. He is now reprogramming it to seek out love and ancient wisdom. Okay, so there's some good advice there. Work on your solar plexus chakra as well. Archangel Uriel envisions the freedom and happiness of humanity and works to dissolve anything that prevents this. Okay, so this goes totally side and side in everything that I've just delivered. Okay, we are free, we are liberated. This is Uriel celebrating, saying, guys, we're free. If your aim is harmony and balance, he will help you to understand and release all that is outmoded within you. Choosing this card suggests you're ready to come into harmony and balance. Call on Archangel Uriel to help your inner wisdom emerge and guide you through any challenges or situations presented to you. You're reminded that when wisdom is your guide, the outcome will always be for the highest good and you will feel totally safe and secure. Okay, so again, I'm going to read that again. You're reminded that when wisdom is your guide, the outcome will always be for the highest good and you will feel totally safe and secure. Okay, that is so important. So examine situations from an enlightened perspective. This will enable your light to become peaceful and golden. Archangel Uriel commands a host of peace angels. Because of free will, they need humans to direct them. So send them to soothe people in situations everywhere. You can also send your golden peace light out into the universe. Okay, so again, that goes back to we were born with free will. Archangel Uriel is trying to help us, empower us again with that, with this message. We are liberated, we are free, and now we need to just start acting that way. We're out of our cages, the door is open. Let's start living a liberated, free life. Okay, we are free. And then, okay, so I forgot the deck. I really want to go get it quickly because I think this also coincides with everything. So right after I received this, right after I had this conversation with Uriel, I got up and I was going to go make breakfast and I was immediately pulled and was, I don't want to say told. I'll have to do a whole other video of how I receive information, but it's more of like a sense of knowing. And I was just being drawn to, I had to go pull a card. It was like urgent. And I was like, okay, which deck am I going to pull from? And I was urged to pull from the Goddess deck. And so I want to quickly show you the card. I forgot it. So I'm going to go get it and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So again, I felt very urged to pull this card. I was guided on which deck to use. And I think this is just a confirmation because I'm really learning my gifts and my abilities right now. So confirmations really help me to feel more self-empowered, I guess, that I'm not like losing my mind totally. So the card I pulled, which is Maya, and this might be backwards to you, but the message is illusion. Okay, so I'm going to quickly read the message. And this is funny because this is literally everything I pretty much have just said in this. So again, this is no matter what side of the fence you're on. When you look at the world, everything you see appears to be real. So it's easy to imagine that your current conditions are influenced only by obvious actions and calculated movements. Okay, so I think that's really tying into, it doesn't matter if you are on the left side of the fence or the right side of the fence. It's pretty much saying it's going to look real no matter what side of the fence you're on, okay? This is an illusion as everything is connected, though not visible to us due to the limitations imposed on our perception by our five senses. Maya, who appears in Hindu, Buddhist, Roman, and Scandinavian spiritual traditions and myths, calls to you to trust that the invisible world is responding to your deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for yourself and others. You are able to see through the curtains of illusions. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are sure-footed. When the goddess Maya chooses to help you, trust that everything oh, sorry, trust that everything you need arises from your world with ease. Okay, so literally, that's just exactly everything that Uriel pretty much said to me. Just everything, no matter where you are sitting in this battle, this spiritual battle, it's all an illusion, and we need to just focus on our future and what we love, and everything, as long as it's the frequency of love, will be provided for us. Okay, so that was a beautiful confirmation I got this morning. This video is like going on 40 minutes. I did want to do a quick card to pull on camera with you guys. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So let's just see. Okay, what divine message do you have for humanity? Is there anything added? Anything extra in the message from Archangel Uriel? Is there any extra message for the collective conscious? My hands are so tiny. These cards are hard to shuffle. Okay. Interesting. So let's see. Disruption. Wow. That's, look, he's, doesn't this almost look like a cage to you in a way? Wow. Disruption. Let's quickly look it up. So this is, so this oracle deck is kind of like, tarot. It's like a tarot oracle. Okay, so a sudden, usually unforeseen disruption or major change is happening or is about to take place. Even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. Oh my goodness. In traditional tarot meanings, this card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. So yes, so that's essentially saying that everything in this illusion is crumbling down right now. It's good news, guys. It's gonna seem really bad, but it's actually a positive thing that this illusion of this world is crumbling down right now. And that's what I mean. The illusion's gonna crumble down, and the only thing that's going to be left is the truth, okay? So don't sit around waiting for some big announcement. That's not what's going to happen. It's literally everything's going to start crumbling, and all that will be left will be truth. Whichever part of your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid positive structure to make you or the situation even stronger. Like, oh my gosh. So it's, again, doing what makes you happy, brings you joy, creating that life is going to be our new structure. So that's what Uriel is saying about. Just start living it, start walking the walk, talking the talk, because that's what we're going to rebuild. That's how we're going to go into the 4D and 5D, is just by doing. Just do it, okay? There are times when the most difficult situations arise in your life. If you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. So again, we're all in the collective dark night of the soul. It is time to do your shadow work. Maybe I'll do another video on that, but there's lots of good videos on YouTube about shadow work, so look into that. Learn the past. Okay. They're beneficial because they're truly your greatest teachers. Learn from past mistakes, accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. So we don't need to be scared of our shadow side anymore. We need to embrace it. We need to stop putting it under the rug, stop pushing it away. We need to embrace it and learn from it and coexist with it, okay? To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limiting beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyles must be addressed so that positive change can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward, whether you're ready or not. Transformation of body, mind, and soul can happen if you view this dramatic time or change as an opportunity for growth. In the future, you may look back and be thankful for this opportunity. Okay, that's crazy. That, I feel like, is a complete summary of everything that Uriel has pretty much said to us through this message. And then the Goddess Power Oracle card of the Goddess Maya that I pulled earlier. So it's pretty powerful. I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I would appreciate the exchange of energy, because going forward, that's another way we're going to have to start doing things, is we're going to be exchanging energies instead of someone taking, and it's going to be an exchange. It's going to be equal across the board. So please be sure to like and subscribe. Blessed be to everyone, and just remember, love talks.